Hello everybody and welcome back to our AC Shadows playthrough. This is episode number 18. After a break, we're back with this recording chunk. Last time, we did the quest searching Sakai and made a crucial connection with the Tea Master of Oda Nobunaga, and we're now looking to see who wields that mysterious gold trimmed teppo. So today we're going to do the quest Dress for Success. Now I must acquire a kasode to impress Tea Master Imai Sokyu in order to secure a seat at his tea ceremony. So that's what we're after today. First we're going to pet the kitty. Well, that clearly glitched out.
Are you lost?
Very clearly glitched out. Southwestern Sakai. Well, I don't have any scouts, so just gonna set a marker over here. Heads towards it. I will say this is giving me a really similar feel to Mirage. The environment. It's really low and like kind of wide like Mirage was. Like they definitely reused assets from Mirage. Discovery, Port of Sakai. Like these tents feel like this whole area feels like an exact rebranding of the trader tents in Mirage. Like clearly the design is different. Money Changer District. Ooh, this place got burnt.
If I'm seen, I'll have to fight my way out.
But it feels no different.
I'm being targeted.
Huh. That revelation came a bit late, didn't it? Shoot, and I don't have any scouts. I need to go back and get some more before I can really do anything here. So, guess we gotta get out, get some scouts. Actually, I'll wait on that for now. Just look for the kasodes around here. Keep on forgetting to use the observe feature, even though that's like my best friend.
Hey, where are you?
Here we go. Get myself a
The
kasode.
tea ceremony will require a rare kosode. Hello. Do you sell special kosode?
All of my kosode are special.
Enough for a tea ceremony? With some important guests.
Sure, I can make you something for that. In 1 week.
1 week? I can't wait that long.
Blame the pirates. They stopped the shipment of silk from being delivered. All kosode makers are in the same boat.
What about the fabrics you have on display?
Those are just for show.
And if I brought you some silk?
Well, I could make the kosode in 1 day, but unless someone deals with the pirates, you'll have to wait for the next shipment of silk.
That was not a very good cutscene. It's kind of all over the place there. It reminds me a lot of more Mirage-esque cutscenes, unfortunately. Alright, let's get moving. Onwards and upwards. Time to deal with some pirates.
That must be a Nanban ship. How many more will cross the sea?
Non-bomb being outsider, of course. Okay, so by pulling that back and forth, we gain traction. Interesting. Look at all these ships. Gotta be the pirate ship. Or not.
I'll drown if I go out.
Huh. I'll drown in general at this rate. Smashing the ship like that.
Stick to the shadows. I don't want trouble.
Hands on that silk, wouldn't you? Make yourself a nice kosode?
I'd rather get our monk. Those Sakai merchants always hold out, but they pay up in the end.
Come on. I'd like to see you in the kosode.
It would be the last thing you see.
You definitely sound like a pirate. But none of you really seem like you'll put up enough of a fight to be worth my time. Exploding shells. Throwing projectiles at exploding shells causes plenty of damage and destruction. Oh, I see. Well, let's try it. Oh. Look at that. So much for his Kasode dreams. Oh. Okay, well that's annoying.
That silk belongs in Sakai. I will free it from these pirates.
Done. Alright, let's get the loot. Bale of silk. Our rations are full again. Okay, if I wanted to do that I could, but I don't. Huh. Wood. Just goes to show there were a couple of different ways I could have done this, but I chose the entertaining way. Wasn't there a female pirate too that I blew up? I don't think she went overboard, but she's unaccounted for. Sorry, like, the thing is, when I don't see someone who I saw earlier, like amongst the bodies, when I'm like dealing with bandits and stuff, I get really worried that they're unaccounted for and are about to attack me. Shoot, I can't throw them overboard. Oh. Actually, maybe I can. Fortunately, I can't do the big brute, but I might be able to. I would love to throw you overboard. Because you deserve it as a pirate. Also, I always find that to be like the biggest disrespect maneuver. To prevent someone's body from being found. Nope, can't throw him overboard. Dang it. It's such a hugely disrespectful maneuver, so I love doing it to pirates in AC games. Alright, let's get moving. A long ways to swim. Well, I definitely am not coming out where I entered. I assume these steps are like if somebody wants to launch a boat. Pirates. Hey.
I have silk. You can keep what's left of it if you make me a kosode in one day.
Ah, of course, of course. Now, which silk? There's some nice red in there.
What about black? I like black.
There's black silk from the Namban. You know, the Portuguese. Not as fine as Chinese silk, but some might find it exotic.
I'll do the black Portuguese
The
silk.
Portuguese silk, please. Black suits me better.
I could do a trim with gold thread so it's not so dark. Not our style, but it might work.
Excellent.
This is my best work yet. I hope it brings you success at your tea ceremony.
I'm sure it will. Thank you. I have something to wear to the tea ceremony. Now, I need to learn what to do there.
Black silk kosode. Quest complete, dressed for success. Excellent. 1000 XP added. Halfway to the next level, but once again, levels just don't matter. Apart from allowing us to fight in new areas. That is literally the only thing that they matter for. Kuni Shrine. Kuni Korikage. Or Kakariga, sorry. Same here. That one, Fractured Legacy, and this is Mibuno Castle. Wealth is low. Whereas at a place like Tonyoma, the wealth is also low. And at the oil trading town... Okay, I don't know why it says the wealth is high when there's no wealth left there. Well, it should be like here, yeah. The wealth is low. Alright, well, let's keep moving. Hey, kitty. My kitty has come to say hello. Might as well. Do the other quest as well. It's a perfect gift. Who are we going after again? Obviously not the horseman. Or the Two-Faced. That's probably going to be the last one we fight, the Two-Faced. Seeing as how it's the which will he choose line, that makes me think the Two-Faced is going to be the last one we go after. Probably the Fool, but wasn't he initially level 11? It looks like they are scaling up a little. And then it's the Naginata, or the Naginata and the Mourner. And then probably what, the Noble, then the Ox, the Wise, the Fox, the Two-Faced, and the Onryo. Oh, then Sakai in the outdoor stalls. Is there a way to pass time in this game? There's gotta be, right? There's gotta be a way to pass time, right? That'll be useful. Yeah, I don't see anything. Tool bag, bell, haze, shuriken. Yeah, I don't see anything about meditation. To shift from night to day, which is very annoying. Like, for me personally, that was one of the biggest downsides of of Ghost was that you couldn't shift from night to day, and vice versa. The Portuguese. The Portuguese were the first Europeans to reach Japan, and the Japanese referred to them as Nanbanjin, meaning southern barbarians. Funny, because it's being how they refer to Europeans. In 1543, a ship likely attempting to trade with Macau wrecked on the island of Tanegashima south of Kyushu, and the Portuguese on board presented the local lord with an arquebus, marking the first introduction of firearms to Japan. Later in 1549, Francis Xavier began preaching Christianity. Portuguese ships started arriving annually at the archipelago's ports, Heraldo in 1550, Yokusei Ura in 1561, and Nagasaki in 1570. Portuguese then developed intermediary trade between Japan and Ming China through their trading post in Macau. Their ships were more efficient than the local junks, being faster, capable of carrying larger cargoes, and more reliable. Japan primarily imported raw silk or silk fabrics from China, which were exchanged for silver extracted from the Awami mines. Portuguese ships generated substantial profits ranging from 30% to 60%. They also sold firearms which the warlords needed, as Japanese production did not yet meet all the demands. However, the reunification of the country and the takeover of international trade by Tokugawa Ieyasu, along with the ban on Christianity starting in 1614, dealt a fatal blow to Japanese-Portuguese trade relations, which quickly declined. The Portuguese were restricted from entering the archipelago's ports. By 1636, they could only access Japan through the artificial island of Deshima. Man, they had an artificial island that early. Impressive, Tokugawa Ieyasu. In Nagasaki Bay, from which they were soon expelled in 1641 in favor of the Dutch. Despite numerous attempts to restore ties with the shogunate, the Portuguese had to give up. Only the Dutch were henceforth allowed to trade with Japan. Portuguese screen. Representation of the arrival of Portuguese Jesuit missionaries in Japan in the 16th century. From the National Museum of Ancient Art in Lisbon, Portugal. Legislation and society, the Portuguese. Oh, okay, it's literally the exact same thing. Bit of a shame. If they were gonna have the exact same thing, and that's not a glitch. Sorry, Ashigaru. They should have had them had part of the information each
These merchants
thing.
must know something of tea etiquette.
All right, we'll talk to one and then we'll end the episode.
Do you know where I can learn tea etiquette?
Who do I look like? Senno Rikyu?
Who is he?
Who is Senno Rikyu? He is the undisputed master of the tea ceremony.
And you shower Master Sokyu with the same praise if he were here shopping for tea.
Nonsense, Master Rikyu. I would be content if I had no other customer but you.
A very gracious lie.
Do you teach the tea ceremony?
Mostly to the disinterested offspring of powerful daimyo and wealthy merchants.
I am no daimyo's daughter. I'm just a simple trader interested in the ways of tea.
Oh?
Yes. I am told tea ceremonies are a good place to meet people of influence. And perhaps their influential masters.
You are not from Sakai. You haven't traded your spirit for the promise of prosperity.
No, I am not. I must learn etiquette for Master Sokyu's tea ceremony.
Master Sokyu. Then you will need my help. Walk me to my home. We can talk on the way. Have those teas brought to my home, would you? So, what is it that you are really here to do in Sakai?
I told you, I'm here to trade and make contacts.
Yes, that's what you told me. At any rate, opportunity has placed us on a common path. And who am I to refuse the call?
Why did you react to Master Sokyu's name like that? You don't like him?
As a Pharaoh Master, I respect what he has achieved. But we have different philosophies when it comes to tea.
So you don't like him?
Ah, we have arrived. You must approach your training in a state of readiness. Let me know when you would like to begin.
That'll be for next episode. Same with this codex entry. So yeah, I gotta say, not the biggest fan of the voice actors for Naue. Some of the lines are like the more dramatic lines are delivered pretty well, but the more basic lines seem just a tad bit forced. Like, absolutely brilliant when it comes to the scenes like with Nagato dying, talking with Mitsumune, um, talking with Tomiko. But when it's just like that casual, like, I guess especially her talking to that merchant and talking about trade more generally. Oh, hey, now we have access to vendors. Nice. Just does not have that same flair. Anyways, that's where this episode ends. Next time, we will hopefully talk to some trainers, or traders, not trainers, traders. Don't need an ornament vendor. No purpose in it, and we will be selling some of our excess goods. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. See you all in the next one.